I met humans who are from thousands of years in the future in my meditation yesterday. This kind of happened spontaneously, but at the same time, I guess over the last couple weeks, I've been like, oh, it'd be super cool to talk to some people from the future again, because I've done this before, but I wasn't expecting someone to just spontaneously come through in the meditation. So here's what I kind of learned, and I might have to break this into a couple of parts. So the first thing I noticed was that they were telepathically connecting with me, and they were doing it intentionally. Like they intended to come in and talk to me, but their mouths weren't moving, which I thought was super interesting. And I became very aware of they're just able to do this. They're just able to communicate this way. Now, these beings as well, and these future humans were in what would today be India, but I don't know that it's going to be called India thousands and thousands of years in the future. I got the impression that it would, but it's unclear. And they were showing me something to do with their skin and their skin color. And they said, there are no more Caucasian people. There are no more people who have white skin. And the second I would start to ask a question like, oh, why is that? Or what happened with the evolution or whatever, they would already be answering me, because that's how telepathy is. It's like when I know it, you know it. When you know it, I know it. The second I start to ask a question, the answer is already coming through from them. So they said essentially that people who were Caucasian or people with lighter toned skin could not handle the increasing power of the sun over the last several thousand years. They said the sun had grown so powerful over time that essentially people with lighter skin began to get sick. They started to get skin cancer at alarming rates. And on top of that, so they started to die off. And then on top of that, a lot of people who had lighter skin, just over time, had started to, create families and procreate with people who have, black and brown skin. And so essentially what had happened is, that genetic pool had just kind of faded, which I thought was super interesting. And they said, but when people have more melanin in their skin, they can handle the sunlight better. They don't get sick from it. They're used to it. They also had, I noticed immediately, they had all this crystalline kind of almost like these jewel things all over them, like across their shoulders. Some of them would have it in different parts of their body on the skin. One even had, it was like a headband or some sort of, I wouldn't call it a crown, but more of a headband where it kind of like came in and drooped right here and had like almost a teardrop shape right here. And then it had different crystals and jewels, and they were all different colors, and they would sparkle and almost kind of change and shift their shape and their color. And it was different from person to person. Some had them along their face or in certain areas. And they said they're constantly recalibrating and rebalancing their field.